morning, everybody. How are we doing? All right, so if you're new today, my name is Annika. Welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in and you have never experienced yoga, yoga means to come together, right? So coming together virtually now, but coming together body, mind, and spirit in a practice that just asks you to breathe. Breathe and move mindfully, just paying attention to your body. So I do want you most of all to pay attention to your body. My body is going to be doing some shapes. Your body can copy those shapes, or your body can take what it needs from your practice. So anytime you feel like just grounding back down, just drop to your knees, take the knees to the width of the mat, big toes touch, keep your bum on your heels and just walk the hands forward and draw the forehead down to the mat. And let's start there today. Take a deep inhale here. Let your belly sink, let the head sink, and just come down to the mat. Child's pose. Good, relax your elbows. Yeah. Good morning, mat. You can maybe roll your head a little bit over to one side, through the center, to the other side, and land right back in the middle. Just start to inhale through the nose. Deep inhale and just exhale it out through the mouth for me. And again, inhale. Exhale it out. Now seal the lips for me, but inhale and let the belly drop. Get that breath all the way down into the belly. Exhale. Good. On your next inhale, just walk the hands over to the left. Take your right hand on top of the left and just open out. Open out that right side. That right hip tends to lift up, so press it down towards the heel. And breathe again. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Same thing, other side. Left hand goes on top of the right. Take a deep inhale into that left side of your body. Exhale, let it go. Come back through center and slowly back up to cross-legged seated position. Take a deep inhale, reach the hands up above the head. Interlace the fingers. Turn the palms up, reach up, open up, maybe lift up. Beautiful. Left hand down, right hand, just take it overhead, a little side stretch. Press down through that right hip. Notice the difference. So inhale, center. Just reach the hands up. Exhale, other side. So you reach, but there's a difference when you press that left hip bone into the ground. So that duality in each shape, even a simple side bend. Inhale, reach it up. On your exhale, take a little rotation out to the left. Just draw the hands one behind, right hand on your knee. Now inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate a little more, gaze over the shoulders. Take a breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Nice and slowly when you release from twists. There's a lot of nerves in the spine. Rotate the other way. So once you get to your shape, you inhale, lift up. Exhale, ask the spine to rotate. Take the head around a little bit more. Good, come back to center. Inhale, come all the way up. Interlace those fingers again. Press them up to the ceiling. Open out the wrists, lift up. Good, exhale, just fold forwards. Draw the hands down in front of you. Take an inhale, come onto the fingers. So you're lengthening the spine and you're drawing it forwards and down. Allow the head to come down, the chin into the chest. Take 3 breaths here for me. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Start to generate that breath into the back of the throat. It sounds like you're fogging a mirror. But you're doing it with the lips sealed. This breath, ujjayi breath, prana, energy, heat, starts energizing the body. Good. On the next inhale, come all the way up, nice and slowly. Reach up. Take 1 more set each side. Just hand down, reach across. A nice gradual waking up of these skin and bones, this space suit that we get to walk around and have life happen for us. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up, rotate, twist out to the left. So following your breath now, linking your breath. Inhale, come back to center, reach up, take a little side twist. Inhale back to center. This time on your exhale, find your way onto all fours. So nice and slowly, get yourself set up. Knees hip width apart. Bring your wrists underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers, curl the toes under. Couple of cat and cow moves. So you drop your belly, lift your chin, tilt your tailbone. Exhale, push the mat away. Draw the belly button in. Lift up as high as you can. Tuck that tailbone in. And again, inhale. Soft elbows so you're not just dropping right onto the wrists. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Coming to neutral, walk the hands forwards to the top of your mat and start taking big rolls with the hips. Exhale, take it back. So these wonderful, simple shapes, these moves you can do even first thing in the morning as you jump out of bed, just to kind of get your body moving. If you can't make a full class, just changing direction when it feels good for you. Just oiling up the machine. Nice soft elbows. And when you're ready, just walk those hands back underneath the shoulders. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, draw the chest down, draw the heart down. Come down to the elbows and walk the hands a little farther forward. Now, see your bum lifted above, so it's directly above your knees. It's puppy pose. You can look forward, opening out the throat chakra, or just put your forehead down. The most important thing is to melt the chest towards your mat. You'll feel an upper back release here. Get back to your breath. Take 3 breaths. So you can put your chin on your mat, but it's kind of uncomfortable. Just see how you'd go with that. Good. Slowly lift up onto your elbows. Draw the body forward. Toes are curled under. See if you can come into a forearm plank for me. Tricked you into that one, right? Just take 3 breaths. Draw the belly button in. Squeeze your thighs and push through the forearms. Slowly lower down the belly, release the toes. Take an inhale, lift up through the elbows, look up. Exhale, lower down. Draw the hands under the shoulders, Bring the elbows right into the sides. Inhale, come halfway up, pressing through the hands. Maybe looking up, exhale, slowly lower down. We'll do 3 of those. Inhale, following your breath. Press the toes into the mat. So active legs, feeling that nice lower back compression there. And again, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Okay, this time we'll come all the way up, so a little higher, keeping the elbows soft. Keeping the elbows soft. Gaze up and roll the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe roll over onto one side. So you're staying connected with your mat. Just come onto the sides of the feet, look over the shoulder and say, good morning, IT band. It's so nice to feel you today. If you feel anything today, it's a good time. Roll over, other side. Oh dear, that one's stiff. Good. Come back onto the front of the body. Curl the toes, press back to the knees. Child's pose. Oh, good. Just enjoy your child's pose for 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. On your inhale, come on up. Draw the body forward. Back to cobra. We lower down. Exhale. Inhale, push up. Exhale, draw heels to bum. Bum to heels, got that one mixed up. And again, inhale, forward. Lower down, elbows right into the side. So we're just firing up the backs of the arms. Inhale, push up. Exhale, bum to heels. We'll do 1 more. Move in time with your breath. Slow it down. And again, inhale. Bum to heels. Take a breath here. Good, come up onto all 4s. Walk the knees back in so they're directly under the hips. Hands under the shoulders. Curl the toes under and slowly just hover the knees off the mat. So you're going to push back and lift. Draw the belly button in. Shoulders over wrists. 3 breaths. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Lift your bum high, heels down, downward facing dog. Paddle out the heels, so bend your right knee deep. Press the left heel to the mat. And again, inhale through center. Exhale, press the other heel. Come high on the toes in the middle, but breathe. Fingers are spread. Shake your head a little side to side. And try to see your belly button. Press back. Try to find stillness for a breath or 2 in your down dog. And pull your shoulders away from your ears. You're extending through the spine, making the spine long. Come high on the toes, bend the knees, and slowly step to the top of your mat. Grab your opposite elbows. Take your feet hip distance apart first. So about 2 fists in between the feet. Grab opposite elbows and relax that head. Maybe just rocking a little side to side. It's called ragdoll. Just decompressing your vertebrae in the lower back. Your knees are soft so your hamstrings aren't getting wrecked straight out of the box. We've got to warm up. Good. Bring the hands down to the shins. Take an inhale, flat back. So look forward. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come all the way up. Finally, we're up. Woo! We're alive, we're breathing. Bring the hands together. Interlace the fingers, reach up, press up. Take a little back bend. Good, swan dive in, all the way down. Take a halfway lift again. Take the palms down, Take the feet back. You can drop to your knees, all fours, or stay onto plank. Shoulders over wrists and slowly lower down to the bottom of a push-up. We hover, we release the toes, lift on up to that cobra. Roll over onto your hip, gaze over the shoulder. Come back to center, other side. Good. Now, you can always hang out on a side if it feels a little tighter. Come back to center, curl toes under, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths in your down dog. You can paddle your heels. You can be pressing those heels down to your mat, pressing your mat away from you. Reconnect with that breath. You got one more. Come high on the toes, slowly walk, step, or even float your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Use your inhale to come all the way up. Reach up. Look up. Interlace those fingers. Press up. Take a back bend. Swan dive. Release those hands. Chest leads the way, as it does all day. Halfway lift. Palms down, feet back. So this transition, your vinyasa. Lowering down. Inhale, sweeping through. Lift up to cobra, roll over. This is your sun salutation. Traditionally used to warm the body up in yoga practices, in vinyasa practices. Come back to the heels, downward facing dog. Rearrange your hands, your feet, press back. So based on Ashtanga, it's a warm-up, flexing, rotating the spine. Come high on the toes, walk, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come all the way up. We'll do one more round. Fingers pointing to the sky. Exhale, take a back bend. Exhale, swan dive in. Look at your knees, halfway lift, look out. Last transition down to down dog. You can always just step back to down dog. If you're on your knees, let me show you on your knees. Shoulders come forward. You lower down. You're still getting the strength work in the backs of the arms and in the chest. Downward dog. And you build up, right? Breathe. Or you stay doing your vinyasas, how they suit you, your body, your practice. High on the toes, bend the knees, walk, step, float, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring the palms together above the head, then bring them down in front of the heart. Hold them there. And breathe. Just bring your chin into your chest. Bring your belly button in towards the spine. Tuck your tailbone. So tighten those bathroom muscles. I want you to think about why you are practicing today. What is your intention for your day, your practice? Take an inhale, reach the hands up. Take hold of your right wrist and just take it over to the side. So a little side bend. Good. Inhale, come back to center, other side. Just gaze up to the elbow. So we always give you something to look at, a drishti, a gaze point. Inhale, otherwise you're like looking all over the bloody place. Reach up, take a back bend. This time open the hands, squeeze the shoulders, gazing up at the ceiling. Good. Bring the palms together, reach up, bend the knees, sink the hips so your knees are together. Sit down. Good. Now lift all 10 toes up. It's called chair pose. So your bum's sitting in a chair. Really great for the thighs, the bum. Good. Draw the hands into heart. Right elbow, left knee. Give a little side twist. Good. Now when you're here, press with the hands, lift off, and draw that right knee back. Maybe open out your wings. Use that bottom arm to help your spine rotate a bit more. Inhale to center, palms together. Stay low though. Twist the other side. Same thing, press down the hands, look up. Draw that left hip back, maybe opening out the wings to get a really nice rotation. Good, inhale, come back to center, come all the way up. Take a back bend. Exhale, fold it down the middle. Follow your breath, a halfway lift when you get down here. Then step back, left leg, drop down to the back knee, and on an inhale, come on up. So back toes curled under. Bring the palms together, take the thumbs into the back of the neck, open out the arms. Take a back bend. Good. Draw the hips forward for me. Take one more breath. Release the hands onto the knee. Push back. So lifting up the body, just drawing the chest back. Good, left hand down, right hand high to the sky. Take a little rotation, reach up. Take the hand behind, gaze over the shoulder. See if you can lift that back foot up. Now, you could grab your trousers, maybe you can grab the top of the foot. You're pressing into that left hand, you're gazing over that right shoulder. And if you can't get there, stay here. That's good enough. Good, bring the hands to the inside of that right foot. Toe heel that right foot out. And just draw the body forward. You can release the back toes. Get a really good stretch into this hip flexor. That's psoas muscle. Elbows always just soft. Relax the head. And we breathe. Good, toe heel, foot back to center. Take your right hand high to the sky again. Curl that back toe under, maybe float that back knee. Now I have an option here, hold for 3, or take that right foot back. Come into a side plank, lifting up through the hips. Breathe, 2 more breaths. Right hand comes back down, you're back into plank. Lower down, take that transition. Inhale through. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Rearrange your hands, your feet. You can paddle your heels, whatever feels good. Good, come high on the toes, bend the knees, walk, step, float back to the top of your mat. A halfway lift. And exhale, folds it in. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms touch above the head. Come down to the heart. Chin into chest, belly in. Take a breath here. How's your breath? Bend the knees, sink the hips, lift the hands back up. Back to chair pose. Right elbow, left knee. Take a little twist. Press the hands down. Draw the belly in and maybe open your wings. Inhale, come back to center. Stay low, lift all 10 toes. You know the weights in your heels that way. How's your breathing? Come back to center, come all the way up. Take a little back bend, bringing the palms still together. Now fold it all the way down the middle. Stick your butt out. Head comes down last. Halfway lift. This time step back on your exhale with the right foot. Drop down to the knee. Take an inhale, come on up. That back toe curled under. Reach up with the hands. Bring the palms together, thumbs into the back of the neck. Take an inhale, open out the elbows. Lean back. Opening out the heart, hip flexor, and taking a breath. Release the hands to the front knee and just press back. So you're pushing towards your knee with the hands, drawing the body back. Take a breath or two. Different feeling in that hip flexor, that quad. Right hand comes down to the inside of the foot. Left hand reaches high. Open up, a little twist open. Then take the hand behind, gaze over the shoulder. You have an option to maybe float that back foot. If you can catch the back foot, great. If you can't, nobody cares. Gaze over the shoulder. So it's just a twist, the rotation. Take one more breath. Release the foot carefully. Bring the hands to the inside, toe heel, left foot to the outside mat. Draw the body in, draw your hips towards your mat. Giving you a nice deep stretching lizard here. Good, toe heel, toes back to the center of your mat. This is where you have an option. Curl the back toes under, maybe that left foot floats all the way to the back and open out. Left hand, I have to be careful. I'm going to drop to my elbow with my formerly broken wrist. But I can lift the hips. You see, you can still take this shape, push yourself. Good, come back down. Take that vinyasa, transition. So I'm working around my wrist. I release my body. I try not to push too much, but enough to strengthen it. Hips high, down dog. Paddle the heels. Take 5 breaths now. Remember, you've always got child's pose if you like. If you need to drop down and rest, always there for you. And you just pick back up. Good, walk the toes together. On an inhale, right leg high to the sky. Press that left heel down. Right, bring that heel into the bum. Rotating the ankle. Taking an inhale, press that toe back. Look between the hands. Exhale, bring that foot through. Drop the back heel. Come on up to your warrior number 1. Good. Lean into that. Draw the sides of the body up. Open out to the side to warrior 2. Hands along. Dip into the front leg. Gaze to the front middle finger. Again, right? Your gaze point. If not, you're like, your mind's still taking in stimulation. Reverse the palm and extend your warrior. Draw that hand overhead. Good. Opening out this whole side. Gaze up at your hands. Good. Bring the hands all the way around. Twisting. Left elbow, right knee. Pick up the back heel. Gaze up at the ceiling. Drop the back heel. Draw that right hand all the way overhead to sky archer. That's it. Both legs straight. And open out to the side of your mat. You're right there. Just curl that toe round and dip down into goddess pose. Now spread your fingers, shoulder blades together. Stick them out. Stick out what you've got. Powerful, strong chest with a heart underneath there. Leading the way, lift up your elbows. Inhale, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, dip it down. Inhale. So reconnecting with the breath. The more consciously we breathe, the more consciously we live life. Exhale, hold it down. Maybe lift one heel off the ground. Let's play with your balance. Other heel off the ground, dip low. Can you come up and touch high on the toes? Dip down. We'll just do one of those. Good, drop the heels, take the hands behind, clasp them in the small of the back. Take an inhale, take a back bend. Squeeze the shoulders together, look up. Exhale, draw the body forward. Bring those hands off the back. Shake your head a little left to right. Inhale, come all the way up. Good, release the hands to the hips and rotate the toes to the front of your mat. Step in a little, step in. Check both toes pointing the same way. Draw the hands behind the back one more time. Bringing your hands to opposite shoulders. Take an inhale, lift up and draw the body forward into pyramid pose. Look at your knee and draw that right hip back. Breathe. On your next inhale, bend into that front leg, float that back leg off the mat. I'm going to come over here so you can see. Draw the body forward and then drop your left hip. Flex the foot, gazing in front. Release the arms into airplane, Digasana, for better balance. On an inhale, soften the front knee. See if you can draw that back knee all the way through and up. Balancing, balancing, balancing. Give the knee a squeeze in. Stand tall. Good. Breath steady, body steady. Now cross that ankle on top of your right knee. Hands to heart, sit down, figure four. Now here, if it's in your practice, you could do a flying pigeon. You could do all kinds. You've got time to always play with postures. Good, inhale, release, come all the way up, reach the hands up. Take a back bend. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold it in. Swan dive. Oh, mosquito got the top of my foot. Halfway lift. They always get the parts out of the way. Palms down, feet back, take your vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale, sweep it through, draw the shoulders back. Maybe rotate open the elbows. Hips high. Downward dog. Paddle out your heels. Reconnect to your breath. On your next inhale, left leg high to the sky. Curl the heel into the bum and rotate your foot. Just really open out that hip, pressing back with the hands, drawing the other heel down to the mat. And breathe. Inhale, three-legged dog. Point the foot to the sky, look forward, and draw the toes in between the hands. Drop the back heel, and on an inhale, slowly rise into your warrior one. Draw that right hip forward. Relax the shoulders and breathe. Look up at your fingers. Good, open out. Exhale into your warrior two, so your feet stay the same. Arms reaching front to back. Gaze front middle finger. And relax the shoulders. Nice and strong. Flip the palm, reach forward and reach back. Gaze up at the fingers. And really dip into that front leg even more, drawing the hips down to the mat. Take an inhale and twist it out to the left. Pick up the back heel, hands come to heart. Gaze to the ceiling. Strong back leg. Good, open out to the side of your mat. Rotate round, rotate feet round, take a back bend and come into goddess pose. Dip the bum down. Inhale, lift it up, palms touch, look up. Exhale, dip down. And again, inhale up. Exhale, spread the fingers, make it strong. Bring your shoulder blades together. This time, hold it down. Maybe pick up one heel. Other heel. Balance. Maybe rising up on both toes. Come down. One more breath. Release the hands behind the back. Take a back bend. Bring your hands together. Shoulder blades, look up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Take the hands off the back. You can shake your head side to side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And breathe. Inhale, come all the way up. You can release your hands to your hips and ground down. Rotate toes back to front of mat. Step in with the back foot. So both toes pointing forward. Make sure you have a nice wide stance. Take the hands behind the back. Elbows, opposite hand, opposite elbow. Take an inhale. Look up. Exhale, draw the body forward and down. Drawing that left hip back as you lower down. Good. Take 3 breaths. Look at your knee. Good. Softening the front leg. Here's where you're going to float and fly. So draw the back leg off the mat. You can open out the hands. I'm going to step back so you can see. So you're drawing the body parallel with the floor. Now drop that right hip. Flex the foot. You're really pressing through that standing leg. And on an inhale, slowly keep your gaze steady. Draw that left knee up. One foul swoop. Draw that knee into the body. Readjust your balance. Lift up. Now if I'm looking around, I'm going to fall over, right? Crossing ankle onto knee, hands to heart. It's a figure 4. Lower down. It's brilliant for the hips. Oy, oy, oy. So you could do your flying pigeon. You could take crow pose. You could just stay here and challenge that stabilizer set of muscles in that left ankle, foot. Everything's firing. And release, come all the way up, reach up, take a back bend, come all the way, swan dive, chest to thighs. Halfway lift, palms down, feet back, take that vinyasa. You can drop to your knees if you're getting tired. Inhale, sweep through, release toes. Exhale, hips high, down dog. Take 3 more breaths. Spread the fingers. Gaze at your belly button. Good, walk the toes together. And we'll take 1 more round. So on your next inhale, right leg high to the sky. Curl the heel in. If you want to flip your dog, we didn't flip our dog, but you can. You can come over or just rotate the ankle. If you flipped your dog, flip it back. Everybody point the toe to the back of your mat. 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring it through in between the hands. Dropping that back heel. Inhale, come up. Nice, strong front leg. Reach up. Dip in. Open out to 2. Warrior 2. Dip in. Flip the palm. Reach and reverse. Other hand on the thigh. Good. Dip in. Twist round to the right. Picking up that back heel so the hip comes round. Inhale. Drop the heel, open out to the side of your mat, 5 star. Take a back bend, come into goddess pose. You dip the knees down. Following the breath, inhale, look up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down, hold it. Pick up all the heels off the ground. Come up once like this. Exhale. Take the hands behind the back. Take a back bend. Look up. Shoulders squeeze. Exhale. Fold it in. Lift the hands off. Slowly. Come on up. Rotate toes back to the front of the mat and step in with that back foot about 2 feet. Take an inhale. Bring the hands to the elbows. Take a back bend. Exhale. Draw the body in. So we're flowing like a dance. Feel it. Soften the front leg, fly back leg off. Release the hands, Digasana airplane. Drop that hip. Soften the knee, lift it, left knee all the way up, give it a squeeze. Ankle onto knee, figure 4, hands at heart. Lower down and hold. Inhale, come all the way up, take a back bend, and I'll see you in downward facing dog. Halfway lift, palms down, feet back. Taking that vinyasa or just going straight to down dog, your choice. Downward facing dog, your reset point in your practice. You can shake your head. Walking the feet together. Left leg high to the sky on an inhale. Curl the heel into the bum. Lift up the knee, rotate the ankle or flip your dog. Flipping it back. 3-legged dog. And on an exhale, draw the foot through. Drop to the back heel. Come on up into warrior 1. Dip in. Open out to 2. Dip in. Flip the palm and reverse. Take a twist out to the left. Pick up that back heel. Inhale. 5-star to the right side of your mat. Open out. Goddess pose. Turn the heels in a little. Dip down. Inhale. Palms touch. Exhale, dip down. Palms touch. One more time. Palms touch this time. Come down. Come up onto the toes. Palms touch. Balance. Dip down. Release the hands. Clasp them behind the back. Inhale, a back bend. Exhale, fold it in. Drawing the hands overhead. Inhale, rise. Hands to hips. Rotate the toes. Step in with the back foot. Grab opposite elbows. Take a back bend and exhale. Fold in. Pyramid pose. Good. Soften the front leg. Release the hands and fly. Digasana airplane. Dropping that right hip. Lowering the body. Parallel with the ground. Flex that back foot. Slowly start to draw that knee through into the chest. Crossing ankle to knee, figure 4. Keeping the gaze steady, the breath slow, steady. Good, and release. Inhale, reach up. Take a back bend. Bring the hands to the heart. Draw your chin into your chest. Bring the hands down to the sides. Tadasana, step the feet. Hip width apart. Breathe. Maybe close your eyes for me. Spreading the fingers. And I want you to feel your big toe on the mat. Second toe, third, fourth, fifth. Just trace the entire outline of your feet. This intricate set of bones, ligaments, muscles, tendons, giving you your balance. How wonderful to have feet. I want you to imagine your feet like roots of a tree right now. Breathing in through the feet all the way up to the base of the spine. And then send that breath all the way back down. Rooted strong. Deep inhale, deep soft exhale. See if you can, keeping your eyes closed, come onto the toes. See what happens without the eyes. Lower the heels. You so want to cheat, right? It's like slightly open your eyes. Just see how integral their eyes are to balance. Taking a deep inhale and drawing that left foot into the shin, into the knee, or all the way up. Just take the heel up towards your bits into tree pose. You can bring your hands to heart. Breathing into those roots, that solid right foot. Still rooted into the mat. Maybe inhale, grow your tree. Lifting up through the spine, and exhale, maybe opening out the branches. Maybe thumb and forefinger coming together. Keeping the gaze steady. Reaching the palms back up. And back down to heart. Release the foot. Shake it out. Standing, finding stillness. Next side. Left foot. You can stay here if you need to be close to the ground. If you're going to wobble, you can bring it up here or give it a helping hand. Now find your gaze. Be steady with the hands, the gaze. Lift up. You can grow your tree. Really rooting through that foot. Maybe opening out, finding that thumb and forefinger. You might find one side different, more difficult to balance, right? But you may have had an injury in the past. The body's an amazing balanced thing. If you've got a weakness on one side, it compensates, but that can throw everything out of whack eventually. So you have to work in a balanced way in your practice, equal side to side. But you just notice and work around the parts that need a little bit more love and TLC. Bring the feet down. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive in. Halfway lift. Palms down. Take the knees back to all fours for me. You can release the toes. Take an inhale, and your left leg, your left hand, not your left leg, reaches out, opens up, and exhale, thread the needle. Just turn the palm up, draw that hand underneath. Now I want you to take that left elbow as close to the right knee as you can. That left shoulder as close to the right knee. And just lower down, turning your head to the right. And breathe. You should get a nice shoulder release, upper back release. and your bum is up off your heels. Good, inhale, open out. Replace the hand back to the mat. Other side. Inhale, open out. Exhale, thread the needle. Palms up. Draw the shoulder through. Drop the other elbow. And just breathe. Good, inhale, release. Open up and then replace the hand. Good, now keeping your knees hip width apart, just draw the bum back. We're going to take Virasana, hero's pose, for a deep stretch through the knees and the quads. So what I want you to do is to take your heels just outside of the hips and see if you can lower your bum to the mat. Now, if you have a block, you can sit on your block and stay there. But just make sure that the heels, the toes stay pointing backwards, not out to the side, because this displaces the hips. You can slowly begin to walk the hands. I'm going to move forward just a little so you can see. So you can walk the hands back, just being mindful of any knee injuries. And if this doesn't feel good, you can stay here, or you can just cross your legs into easy pose like we began. Now you could also drop back down to the elbows. I've had knee surgery, so one side really doesn't want to give. So I take the option before that discomfort, right? I keep my elbows soft. I just relax my chin. I close my eyes. You may be able to lie your entire back down onto the mat. So find what works for you. Does nobody any good if you push and injure, right? That's why you listen to your body. It's your greatest teacher. Slowly start to make your way out of this shape. So come all the way up. We get out the way we got in. Come back to all fours. And just draw the toes around till you're sitting. And just extend the legs out. Oh, if the knees will even work. Good. Take a deep inhale. Reach the hands above the head. Lengthen the spine, and on an exhale, draw the body forward and over those legs. When you reach your stuck point, take an inhale, lengthen, and draw forward a little bit more. You could clasp your toes if you like with your peace fingers, or hold your ankles, and if you're stuck up here, just stay here and allow the chin to come into the chest. The most important is lengthening and drawing forward. So the stretch, the release is coming in your hips, not the upper back curving over. So if your upper back's curving over, come back, lift up through the chest, draw forward, and the last thing to come down is the head. Take 10 breaths here for me. Slowly rising, making your way slowly down onto your mat. Drawing the soles of the feet together. Bring your left hand onto your heart, right hand onto your belly. Your knees are apart. I love live broadcasting. Just remember and connecting to your intention. Slowly drawing that right knee all the way across and opening out the arms like airplane wings. Taking a little spinal twist. You can lift your knees a little higher if you like. And just take the gaze over the opposite shoulder. And breathe. Inhaling through center, taking the legs to the opposite side. Palms are facing up, chin in the opposite direction. Drawing the knees back to center and just extending the legs long on your mat to take rest. a soft inhale and exhale it out. Just bringing a little bit of life into your fingers, your toes. Coming back into your body, back into your room, back onto your mat. Just taking a good morning stretch. Bringing life back into the tips of your toes, the tops of your fingers, hugging the knees into the chest, one by one, nice and slow. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. Just rolling over onto your side and just using your bottom arm as a pillow for a moment. That moment just before waking and rising, quite a special time to take a few breaths and check in. We press ourselves up slowly, crossing our legs. Comfortable position. Bringing the hands to heart and bowing the head to seal in our practice today with gratitude. Gratitude to have each other virtually. Still a connection, right? There's a connection through a video screen, a phone screen, a TV screen. So imagine a connection in real life. You are inextricably connected to every single being, every single thing on this planet. It's all coming from the same source. So we are exactly the same, regardless of regardless of the spacesuit that we find ourselves in, the color, how it looks, what it dresses in, what it does. Sending our metta, our practice, our loving kindness out into the world today and every day. Because if we don't bloody do it, who will? Namaste. Okay, should be ready for your day now. Hi, can you show everybody a new bandana? Because you better, look. Oh, that's my little son. Have a little stretch. There you go. Where you at? Look at those eyes.